There is complete chaos in Syria. The Druze are under attack, and Israel stepped in to save them. But why? What's actually going on, and where is this going? I want to simplify the situation so you can understand. Shalom from Israel. I am Hananya Naftali with the latest update from the Middle East. Why is it that the world suddenly loses its voice when innocent people are being murdered in Syria? Why is the UN always missing in action when real war crimes are happening? And where are the global protests now? The marches, the chants, the angry mobs filling Times Square in Paris and London? Oh, right, it's not about Israel this time. That explains just about everything. So let me break it down for you and basically simplify the situation. Right now, in southern Syria, the Druze community, a peaceful religious minority with deep biblical roots, I'm going to talk about it in just a moment, they're under attack. Government-backed forces aligned with Islamist extremists and backed by foreign jihadists are targeting the Druze city of Suwaida. Hundreds are dead, homes burned, families executed in cold blood. It's a massacre, a catastrophe. So what did Israel do? Israel did what no other nation had the courage to do. We intervened. Israeli fighter jets launched powerful airstrikes on Damascus, including direct hits on the Syrian Defense Ministry and near the presidential palace, because the Syrian regime crossed a line, a big one. Israel made it crystal clear. If you come for our Druze brothers, we will come for you. You don't touch them. And that's why we saw the powerful Israeli strikes in the capital of Syria, in Damascus, also near the presidential palace, sending a clear message to al-Julani, the new ruler. Stop what you're doing. And I have to talk to you about the Druze because not many people in the West know who they are. They're amazing people. The Druze, they're not just another Middle Eastern minority. Their history is ancient. Their beliefs are secretive and sacred, and their loyalty is unmatched. And here's something most people don't know. The Druze are descendants of Jethro, the father-in-law of Moses. Yes, the same Jethro who advised Moses in the book of Exodus. That makes the Druze spiritually and biblically connected to the Jewish people. And we have honored that bond for thousands of years. The covenant we have with the Druze is not written on paper. It's written in history, in blood, and in loyalty. That's why Israel's Druze population serves in the Israeli Defense Forces. That's why they fight side by side with us. And that's why we treat their pain as our pain, because they are family. And now, while the world scrolls past Syrian atrocities and saves its outrage only for anti-Israel hashtags, Israel is the only country putting boots on the ground or planes in the air to protect the innocent. Let that sink in. The one democracy in the Middle East is not letting others suffer. Even though the whole media is completely flipping this story and making these Israeli airstrikes look like an act of aggression. And by the way, I want you to take a look at these images. Now, to the Druze, their sheikhs are holy. And cutting their beards isn't just humiliation, it's actually spiritual desecration. Now compare that to the photos of Nazis during World War II, shaving the beards of Jewish rabbis in public to humiliate them before killing them. History doesn't just repeat itself. It rhymes with blood. And just like in 1940s, the world is silent. And let me say something you might not hear in the mainstream media. If you stay silent when innocent people are murdered, you are part of the problem. Your hashtags won't save lives. Your silence only empowers killers. And to every keyboard warrior who screams, "Free Palestine" every weekend or every weekday, where are you now? Where is your outrage for the Druze in Suwaida when they are being executed and attacked? Where are the human rights organizations? Where is Ilhan Omar, who never misses a chance to condemn Israel? Where is Zaharan Mamdani, right? The righteous among the nations and his socialist band of hypocrites? Where is Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens? Do you only care when there's a narrative to push? If your moral compass only points to Tel Aviv, to Israel, you've got no compass at all. And Israel's message is not just to Syria, it's to everyone. We will not sit quietly while minorities are slaughtered, especially not when they are our brothers and sisters. Defense Minister Israel Katz actually said it very loud and clear. The IDF will destroy the forces that attack the Druze until they withdraw completely. In simpler words, you mess with the Druze and you've picked a fight with Israel. And that's why Israel hit the Syrian Defense Ministry. Then they also hit targets, as I've mentioned earlier, of the presidential palace. The most important, so to say, the holiest target in Damascus, in Syria. So Israel basically sent a very clear message. Don't touch the Druze. Don't touch our brothers and sisters. Israel also hit the tanks of the Syrian army. They hit their military trucks, the launchers. And Israel will keep on hitting until the slaughter stops. Now, let me show you how actually twisted the world has become. When terrorists fire rockets from schools, mosques, and hospitals in Gaza, Israel defends itself while avoiding targeting civilians. And the world calls what Israel is doing a war crime. When Syrian regime forces burn Druze homes, loot property, and shoot civilians, crickets. Double standards doesn't even begin to describe it. It's moral bankruptcy. The same activists who chant from the river to the sea are dead silent when real rivers run with blood in Sweden. Maybe they just, maybe they don't protest because they can't blame Jews this time. Maybe that's why. And to those who accuse Israel of being an apartheid state, an aggressor, let me ask you this. Which country just risked international backlash to protect a minority in another sovereign state? Which country took the risk in order to save a neighboring minority? Now, here's a hint. It's the country where I'm reporting to you from, Israel. And that's why it's so personal for us, because you see, the Druze didn't just show up one day in Israel. They've stood shoulder to shoulder with us for decades. And many of my closest friends in the army were actually Druze. In the book of Numbers, Jethro, the Midianite priest, blesses Moses and joins the Israelites. That moment wasn't just symbolic, it was prophetic. It marked the beginning of a unique alliance between the Druze and the Jews that actually continues to this very day. It's biblical, it's real, and it's why Israel will always stand up for the Druze, even when the rest of the world looks the other way. And here's the truth. The international outrage is fake. They don't care about human rights. They care about weaponizing pain against Israel. How do I know that? Just watch what happens next. The media will say Israel is escalating. Israel needs to de-escalate its aggression in Syria, while completely ignoring the Druze being killed, attacked, robbed in Sweden. It's disgusting. It's actually predictable. And I'm done pretending otherwise. And let me say this to all these activists out there. If you only open your mouth when Jews can be blamed, you're not an activist. You're a bigot. If your activism ends when Israel is not involved, then you were never about justice. And let me tell you, let me be even more clear. Israel will not ask for your permission to defend innocent people, whether they're Jewish, Druze, or anyone else. And if you're watching this and you're still wondering which side you're on, let me help you. Stand with Israel. Stand with the truth. Stand with those who protect the innocent. And of course, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated with the truth the media doesn't want you to hear. I will never stop speaking up and telling the truth. And if you want to fight back against the BDS and all these haters, then I invite you to visit the IsraelStore.com. Every purchase supports the truth and stands up for the people they try to silence. I am Hananya Naftali, and I'm not afraid to call out the world's hypocrisy. Until next time, stay strong, stay alert, and never bow to the mob.